Hello and welcome back to Sports Talk Live. Today we're going to focus on Westchester basketball, and then on Outside the Horns, we're going to talk about the Flyers, including our first segment of STL's Question of the Week. Speaking of questions, this week's poll question is going to be, will Andrew Bynum's return affect the Sixers' playoff chances? Be sure to go to our website, sportstalklive.net, to cast your vote. But for now, let's talk basketball. Riley, how are the men looking?
The men are looking really good right now, Brian. They just capped off a perfect 3-0 road trip with wins over Millersville by 16 and Kutztown by 29. This team has now won 11 of the last 13 games, and they come home for their two final home games of the year, as they host Bloomsburg Saturday the 16th at 3 and Shippensburg Wednesday, February 20th at 8. Taylor, who's been stepping up for them on this great hot streak?
Well, guys, Corey Blake's really been the star for us so far. He was just named ECAC Athlete of the Week, and that's really bolstering his confidence, as in the last two games, first versus Millersville, he had 12 points and 9 rebounds, and then versus Kutztown, he had 10 and 10. So he's really been playing great. And one thing we have to remember is that he's only a sophomore, so a lot of great years left to come for Corey Blake, and overall, he's just been playing fantastic.
Yeah, you're right, Taylor. Corey Blake really has been playing great basketball, and we should all be pretty excited that he's just a sophomore. Another person who's really been playing well is Troy Hockaday, and our field reporter, Cortland Bragg, actually had the chance to meet up with him yesterday, so let's see what he had to say.
Hello, my name is Cortland Bragg. I'm here reporting for Sports Talk Live. I'm here with Troy Hockaday on the men's basketball team. Troy, yesterday you got the big one over Kutztown. What was done differently to blow them out so bad?
They have two stars on their team. They're averaging about 30 points, and the other one averaging about 20 points. So if I knew if we took them out the game, we'll have a better chance of winning.
Right. Your offense was flowing very well, hitting jumpers, blew them out for a large deficit. What was done differently? What did Coach Blair have done to get the W?
I think we executed our game plan, running our plays smoothly, cutting hard, playing defense, and just playing hard as a team. I think we got the win, that's why we got the win.
Okay. You have Bloomsburg on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're a tough contender, always for Westchester.
Yes, sir.
What has to be done to get the win on Saturday?
I think we still have to play as a team, not be selfish, pass the ball, play hard, and I think we'll win.
Okay. I'm here with Troy Hockaday. Back to you.
Well, thanks, Cortland, for that great interview. We look forward to hearing from you again soon. For now, let's stay on the basketball court. Taylor, how are the Lady Rams looking?
Well, the Lady Rams actually have been playing pretty good as of last week. Star player Amberline Ortman was also named ECAC Athlete of the Week, while she averaged 11 points and also grabbed 11 rebounds during that time span. But as of this past week, they really had some trouble coming up with two big losses, one to Millersville by 18 and one to Kutztown by 6. That also hurts us even more because now we dropped to 5th place in the PSAC East behind Kutztown, so we have some work to do. And now this weekend, though, we have a chance to redeem ourselves as we go and we play at home Saturday at 1 o'clock versus Bloomsburg, and then Wednesday at 6 o'clock versus Shippensburg. So hopefully we can get a couple wins.
And the good thing about that game on Saturday is Westchester's Play for K game, which is a great opportunity to raise a lot of money for women's cancer research. There'll be a lot of stuff to do. The doors will open at 12 o'clock, so if you're around, be sure to check it out.
Yeah, Riley, we were all there last year, and I know we're definitely going to be there again tomorrow. It's a whole lot of fun, and it's really for a great cause, so it might be a little late in notice, but if you're going to be around on Saturday, be sure to check it out. That's all we have for Westchester Sports today. If there was anything that we missed and you would like us to talk about, be sure to let us know. Or you could always just pick up an edition of The Quad. They have a great sports section, tons of pictures and articles. New issues come out every Monday, so be sure to check it out. Well, let's finish up as we always do with Outside the Horns. This week, we're introducing our first STL Question of the Week, where we go around campus and see what students are thinking. This week, we want to know who your favorite Flyer is. Let's take a look.
Alright guys, so I'm here with Kevin to see who his favorite Flyers player is and why.
I'd have to say my favorite Flyers player is Ronaldo. Basically because of all the fights he's been getting in. It's bringing back a little Broad Street Bullies look to it, and I like that.
I like it too. Thanks, Kevin.
I've always liked Danny Briere. He steps up in the playoffs when it matters, so it's pretty clutch.
I'd probably say one of my favorite players is Ronaldo because he's just crazy, and when he goes out there to fight the other guys, he tells the other team what's going to happen for the rest of the game.
My favorite player has to be Matt Reed because he's a young guy and he's already a real contributor to their team this year.
Well, my favorite Flyer is probably Claude Giroux because he brings a lot of energy to the team. He's a good leader. He has great character, and I feel it's what the team has been missing for a little while.
Claude Giroux because he's a great setup man. He brings pucks to the net, and he's a great team leader.
My favorite player is the captain, Claude Giroux, because he plays with toughness. And ever since last year in the playoffs when he went after Crosby, it's been my favorite play ever since.
I would say obviously one of my favorite players is Claude Giroux just because he's like the superstar of the team. but one of the players I think is most exciting to watch is Zach Ronaldo, just because he's young and he's always hitting someone, and he gets in fights a lot, so he's exciting to watch. So those would be my two top guys.
Well, we had some pretty interesting answers. I think it was no surprise that we had a lot of Drew fans. So hopefully you enjoyed our first question of the week. If you want to add your input on this week's question, or you have another idea for another question, let us know. But guys, we heard from the students. Who's your favorite player?
In this case, I'm going to stick with the students and go with Giroux. Not only does he score goals and he plays good defense and does everything really, but he's the captain. And though we started off a little slow and this is his first time being the captain of our team, I think he's going to help us rebound. And I think he's going to be a captain for a long time to come. So I'm going to go with Giroux.
No, I'm going to go a little bit of a different route. I'm not going to pick one guy, I'm going to pick two guys. I'm going to pick the Shen brothers. Last year we had Braden Shen. This year we acquired Luke Shen. And both have admitted that it's a dream come true to actually play with each other. And I really think it's helping them relax and just play the way they know how to play. It's really elevating their games.
Well, for me, one of my favorite things is always the fights. So my favorite player has to be Zach Ronaldo. And I know Kevin was mentioned earlier in those interviews. He kind of brings that era of the Broad Street Bullies back. And I always love that era. So he might not be the best flyer, but he's definitely my favorite. As we finish up on STL, be sure to vote on our poll question. This week, we want to know, will Andrew Bynum's return affect the Sixers' playoff chances? Go to sportstalklive.net to cast your vote. That's all we have for this week on Sports Talk Live. We'll be here next week. Same time, same place. Take it easy, Westchester.